Welcome to Chris's quick guide to making water kefir. All you need is half a cup of kefir grains, water, raw sugar, bicarb soda, molasses, unsulfured molasses, ginger root and a lemon. One empty glass container, kefir grains, half a cup. We have 1.5 litres of water that have been boiled. So when the water has been cooled, we pour it into the glass container. Half a cup of sugar. Now we put half a cup of sugar into the water. Now we need to dissolve the sugar, so we put it into the microwave for 1 minute. No, don't do it. It's the tray. Now we use a plastic spoon to dissolve the sugar. Don't use metal spoon because a metal spoon will kill the kefir grains. Once it's dissolved, we need to put in 1/4 teaspoon of bicarb soda plus 1 teaspoon of molasses. It must be unsulfured molasses, because if it's sulfured it will kill the kefir grains. Put the molasses in and give it a stir. So the water should still be lukewarm from the microwave. Make sure the water is not over 37 degrees or it will kill the kefir grains. We add 2 pieces of lemon and 2 pieces of ginger. We add half a cup of kefir grains. And then we put a loose lid on the top. Not done up, because it's got to have the airflow going through it. Do not tighten the lid, or else the bottle will explode. Then put it on a counter in your kitchen. Do not put the kefir in direct sunlight for 48 hours. Okay, our kefir has been fermenting for a couple of days, and if you have a look at what it looks like, it kind of looks frothy and urine-like and almost like beer as well. We scoop out the lemon and the ginger and they can go into the compost. Do not use a metal spoon or you will kill the kefir grains. Now it's time to put the kefir into the empty bottles that we have prepared. It's good to put some fruit in the bottles. I've chopped up some pineapple here that I'm putting in, but you can put in apple or peaches or strawberries, anything that will make it flavoursome and fermentful. Do not put in too much fruit or the bottle will explode. So what we need to do as we fill up the bottles with kefir, we need to drain it so we capture the kefir grains and we pour it in like this. As you can see, I'm using a spoon that's got some holes in it so it can properly capture all the kefir grains so that they can be reused. And then for these small ones here, you just grab the bottle like this and you just pour it in like that. You can use a funnel as well, preferably not one that's been used with oil, okay? It is best to fill up the bottles over a sink or else the kefir will go everywhere. Look at my hands, they've turned so feminine. There's kefir grains being captured. And then they go into just a little container to be reused for your next lot of kefir. As you can see, our kefir grains have expanded in size. They've reproduced. So share your kefir grains with somebody else and just use half a cup for your next lot of kefir. When you store the kefir grains to give to a friend, put them in some sugary water and then pop them in the fridge. When you fill up the bottles, leave a little gap up the top. There are two reasons for this. One, if you put a metal cap on the top, your kefir grains will die. And the other reason is that it needs a little space just in case it expands and it explodes. Now you put the kefir bottles in the cupboard for between 2 and 4 days. The longer you leave them in the cupboard, the more fizzy they get. But the longer you leave them in the cupboard, the greater the chance they might explode and glass and everything will fly everywhere in your cupboard. The kefir is ready to drink because it's cold. Oh, look how fizzy that is. Okay, now we pour it into the glass. Ooh. Look at that kefir goodness. Yummy kefir.